Okay, so I'm going to read the objective aloud for you, the objective for today, and then we're going to repeat it as a class. By the end of the lesson, I can identify the main ideas and supporting details of pages 20 through 29 in Mountains by completing a boxes and bullets chart. So repeat after me. By the end of the lesson, I can identify the main ideas and supporting details of pages 20 through 29 in Mountains by completing a boxes and bullets chart. So if we look at this objective, identify, we're going to circle identify. Identify means that we need to find. So again, you're going to be annotating, just like I am, on your own piece of paper. So circle identify, and then write find above it. Thank you for those who showed me that things are done. The main ideas, we're also going to circle main ideas. And supporting details, we're also going to circle supporting details. We will define these in our key points later on. Of pages 20 through 29. So that means that we're only specifically looking at a portion of the text, the end of the text, in order to identify the main ideas and the supporting details. In Mountains, again, that's our text. Is this a nonfiction text or a fiction text, and how do you know? Jewel?
It's a non-fiction text because it tells us about real mountains and like how it's actually formed and...
Right, so we are analyzing an informational text. So our standards today deal with informational text. By completing a boxes and bullets chart. So we are going to actually circle boxes and then also circle bullets. And we're going to write, what does that mean? So for instance, if we are doing boxes, what do we box? The main idea or the supporting details? Someone raise their hand. Kayla?
The main idea.
Right, so we box the main idea. And what do we bullet? Savannah? Yep, so here you will write supporting details. So this objective relates to two standards. Again, these are informational text standards. The first one is referring to details. So I'm going to underline refer to details because we have to use the text in order to complete this assignment and the task that we'll be doing throughout the lesson, and in order for us to also reach the objective. It also aligns with RI 4.2, which is determining the main idea and explain how it is supported by key details. And that's actually written in our objective. So why is this objective important? Well, one, it helps us identify important information in the text, because when we take out the supporting details, that's important information in the text. When we decide what the main idea is, that's also important information in the text. Knowing the main idea and the supporting details will also help us better comprehend the text, because if you have all of those important details, you can state them in your retell. It also leads us to be able to write a summary about the text, because the details in the text we use in our summary. Also, if you look at RI 4.2, it says summarize the text. So being able to determine the main idea and the key details allows you to summarize the text. It makes it a lot easier. It will also help us on our end of module task. If we look over here at our end of module task, we have to imagine that we are lost on a mountain. If we are able to pick out the main ideas from this text that's called Mountains, we'll be able to describe a mountain in detail on our narrative at the end of the module. It will also help us on park assessment because we see main idea. Raise your hand if you've seen main idea on park before or on iReady, where it asks you what is the main idea. Awesome. So being able to reach this objective and master this standard will enable us to perform better on park. It also relates to science. So again, that's our cross-curricular connection because we will be better able to describe mountains and those types of environments. And again, when we're studying the environment, that's related to science. It also will help us in life because we'll be better able to communicate the most important information when we're speaking and when we're writing. It will also help us support our opinions and claims in life. Which one helps us support our claims, the main idea or the supporting details? Onyx?
Supporting details.
Right, because the supporting details are the evidence that tell us that this is the main idea. So we're going to complete the key points, which will kind of also break down key objective for us. So the main idea of a text is the general subject that the passage is about. It is one or two words that describe the whole text. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually made a mistake here. This is the topic. So again, just like you make mistakes, I make mistakes too. So the topic of a text, and the reason why I was able to also catch myself is because it sounded weird when I was saying it to you. I reread it and realized that was not what I was meant to write. So the topic of a text is the general subject that the passage is about. It is one or two words that describe the whole text. So for instance, yesterday, we were talking about elephants, right? Then we talked about bees. That was the topic. The main idea. Good job. You caught on faster than I did. The main idea is a statement that tells you what the passage is mostly about. What is the big idea? And then since it says what, you need to add a question mark. Supporting or key details are sentences that tell more about, describe, or explain the main idea. Supporting details can be descriptions, facts, definitions, explanations, reasons, examples, etc. that relate to the main idea. So when you find those supporting details, you can even ask yourself, is it a reason that relates to the main idea? Is it an example? Or if you struggle to find your supporting details, you can say, well, is there an example of a type of elephant in the text? Is there an example of a type of bee in the text? So for instance, in the text that we were reading today, it might be an example of mountains. Yep. And turn over. We use a blank chart to write our main ideas and key or supporting details. What kind of chart do we use? Kalia? Yep. We use a boxes and bullets chart to write our main ideas and key or supporting details. So how can I find the main idea? Ask yourself, what is the text mostly about? Look at the title of the text, the pictures, and headings. Some texts may not have that, but if they do, you should definitely look at them because they can support you. Look for repeated words that relate to the topic. Look at the first and last sentence of the text, and make sure there are at least 2 to 3 details that support your main idea. So how will we know that we have reached our objective in completing the boxes and bullets chart? Well, there's a boxes and bullets rubric. First, when you create this on your own, rather than using the graphic organizer that I'll provide you throughout the lesson, the date needs to be written on the top. Again, that's the point value over here. So I will be using this rubric when I'm grading you. You need a subheading or section title that is written in capital letters and underlined. For this text, in particular, there's not necessarily a subheading, so you can use the actual title. The page number is written on the top, again, 1 point. Main idea is boxed, again, because we boxed our main idea, and is written in incomplete sentences. That's 2 points, because it being boxed is 1 point, and then written in a complete sentence is another point. 3 key details supports the main idea. Again, 3 points because you need 3 key details. And then your work is written in pencil for 1 point, and it's neat and legible. Legible means that I can read it and understand it. I don't need to ask you what this says. So make sure that your writing is neat. So that is the criteria for success that shows that you were able to reach this objective if you are able to score an 80% or higher on your boxes and bullets chart. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you right now to turn and talk to your partner. What are we doing today? And go. All right, bring it back in. 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to